This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner. We've got some good stuff for you today from down here at Chesapeake Energy Arena. Yes, the Thunder practiced here today. Usually they do all of that kind of work at their Northside facility, but about once a year they'll come downtown and work out here at Chesapeake Energy Arena. We had a chance to talk to Thunder head coach Scott Brooks, Thabo Sefolosha, and Derek Fisher about defense primarily and a little bit about practice sessions here at the Peak. We begin with the head coach. Here's Scott Brooks.
Scotty, what did you think of Sheem's performance last night?
I thought he was very active. He was did a great job of helping on our coverages, on our pick and roll. It's one of the hardest things to do as a big in this league is to be able to stop the basketball in a pick and roll coverage when the point guard is coming right at you full speed with all their offensive abilities in that position nowadays. But I thought his activity was really good. He was using his length. That's some of the things that we want to have him focus on. Use his length. He's 7'4", and we want to be able to see it every night.
You guys have really focused on defensive rebounding over the last few years. You've been good at that so far in the preseason. Is that still a focus, and what are you doing about that?
Well, it's something that we talk about. It's something that we continue to work on. It's like all of the things that we do. We break it down into real simple drills, and rebounding drills are very simple. Just block your man out. And once you do that, go get the basketball. And we try to keep it. Simple, and we try to keep on the guys every day to focus on rebounding because rebounding is so important in this league, and we know that. And when we out rebound teams, we're always put ourselves in a good position to win.
And you were not only getting a lot of defensive rebounds, you had a lot of offensive rebounds last night too. I think 21, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's not something that we've been very good on. One, because we shoot a pretty high percentage. Hopefully that continues, but we've never been a high offensive rebounding team. It's something that we definitely want to be able to put more into our offensive package, is pound the offensive glass, which last night we did. So that's good. I really focus on making sure we get a good shot. And if you're in a position to rebound offensively, go ahead and attempt to get that rebound. I thought the guys did a good job last night with that.
Does Kevin get the night off tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no.
Not tomorrow.
No,
One of
tomorrow.
these games?
Yeah, he'll get one of the games. I haven't figured out which one, but it won't be tomorrow.
Coach, looking at tomorrow, they have another sold-out crowd in Tulsa, second year that they've done that. Will you just talk about the importance of playing in Oklahoma but in a different city?
Well, it's always been great. Every game we've had there, it's been great atmosphere, great. It's great for us and great for the fans. It's an opportunity for us to continue to show the state our team. And we have an amazing following of Thunder fans throughout the state, and we take pride in it. We take pride. We want our fans to be proud of what we do on and off the floor, and that has not going to change. And I think Tulsa has been great. You know, every exhibition game we've had down there has been a lot of excitement in the building, and we kind of look forward to playing there.
Coach, what was the biggest thing you guys worked on in practice today?
Is just continue to play with the physicality that it takes to win in this league night in and night out. We can't take days off. It's a mentality that we established a long time ago. That we're not a team that believes in days off. We're not a team that believes in possessions off. So that was our focus today. We had a game last night. That game's behind us. We learned from it. We moved on quickly, and that's what we did today. We moved on quickly from that game and worked on what we had to work on going into tomorrow's game.
You guys don't usually practice down here. Did this work out pretty good for you today?
Yeah, this is us. This is our building. This is the place that we are very comfortable. We don't want teams to come in here and feel comfortable, and we take pride in playing in front of our crowd. And it's always nice to practice down here. We don't do it often. We try to do it once a year or so. But it was a great practice. I thought our guys really displayed a lot of toughness coming after a game last night, and we gave a good hour and a half to 45 minutes of work.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thabo, what did you think about the game last night, and particularly how some of the younger guys handled it?
It was good. You know, for a lot of the guys, it was the first time coming here in this arena and having a feel for it. So I think it was a pretty good game. The energy was good. You know, we were able to do a lot of stuff that we did in practice for the last 2-3 weeks, and you know, reproduce that in a game. So that's very encouraging.
For them at this point, do you feel like they are just looking at big picture, playing on instincts, or can they grasp some of those details, little things yet? Is it too early?
It's a little early, especially at game speed, But I think for a lot of them, it's picking up on one thing at a time, and having a feel for the NBA game.
Over the years, you guys have really focused on defensive rebounding. Have you noticed progress in that area over the last couple of years? You've done well so far in the preseason.
Yeah, we're working hard at it, and I think it's a collective effort that we all got to make, and staying focused throughout the 48 minutes of a game.
So we just talk about playing in Tulsa tomorrow night, another packed house. They're expecting the largest crowd that they've had. I mean, for a preseason game, I'm sure you guys appreciate that. What are your thoughts?
We do, and it's a real pleasure to go in different city here in the state of Oklahoma because we know they support the team, as well as here people in Oklahoma City. So it's great to be going over there. I'm looking forward to it and hopefully give them a good show.
I thought your defense last night overall, especially when you guys, the starters, were in, for most of that time, Denver was shooting about 30%. How locked in were you guys and are you at this point in the season defensively?
I think every time we step on the floor, we battle really hard at practice, and we got to bring the same intensity every game, preseason and during the regular season. We can look at different games and play different way. We got to establish early who we want to be, and that's what we did, I think, early on yesterday.
How much more are you trying to do inside the three-point line this year offensively?
It's just whatever's given to me. I really try to not focus too much on myself, but really try to see where I can help the team and do different things. I know what I can do, but at the same time, I don't want to take away from what the team, what the big picture for the team is. So, I just try to play my game.
What have been your initial impressions of Andre, particularly his ability to rebound and play defense?
Yeah, I mean, he's an energy guy, plays great defense, incredible defense, and goes to every rebound, So he's a challenge at practice, and I know he's going to challenge other teams during games, and, that's what we are looking for him to do.
Can I ask you the same question for Ryan Gomes?
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't seen much of him in a game, but he's a very talented player, does a lot of great things. He knows his game. He knows his role in the team, and he does it very well.
You remember playing against him at all?
Oh, definitely. Very good player, physical player. And, he fits in very well in any system pretty much that he can play in.
All right. Thanks, Talbot.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
All right. Derek, you're a veteran. What'd you see from the young guys last night?
Just, first and foremost, just the right effort. I think at this point in the season, it's not necessarily about playing perfect game or guys not making mistakes, but I think you can see the intentions, the willingness to play the game the right way. It's all through this team from top to bottom, and that's what we need to continue to build on.
Derek, what are you looking for? Obviously, you've been through many training camps. What are you looking for to get out of the training camp of this preseason? What are you, as an individual, what are you looking to get out of it?
Individually, I think, for me personally, things will continue to change and evolve as the season develops. Obviously, Russell's timeline, will impact my timeline in terms of minutes per game, what my opportunities will be. So the way I pace myself now in terms of the work I need to do to help our team to start the season is really important. We have no intentions of feeling sorry for ourselves in November because Russell's not in the lineup. We're still planning to come out and play well. And, I'll be a big part of that, making sure I'm solid, stable, making good decisions, knocking down open shots. So I'm looking to do those things in practice every day. Just, lead by example and take advantage of my opportunities when they come.
How different will it be for you on the ball, starting the season, running the offense versus more off the ball when he does come back? That's pretty dramatic shift in role, right?
Yeah, no, it is a big difference, but it's something that, in the off season, when you're working on your game, you try to work on a little bit of everything. And I spent more time handling the basketball, doing things that, where I knew I'd be in that position more. And then knowing that over time, over the course of the season, as my role changes, probably more so to playing with Reggie or with Russell or in a smaller lineup, maybe where Kevin's handling, I'm off the ball and stretching the floor more. So just trying to be as ready as I can to do everything possible to help us win. That's really what it's been all about.
So at this point in training camp, how are you feeling going through playing the minutes you are and knowing that you may be expected to play a lot more at first? How are you physically and everything feeling?
No, I'm feeling great, and I say that relatively speaking. At this point in October, If you feel good, then you're not working hard. So I don't feel good physically, but I don't think anybody on our team, feels good physically. But from my perspective, that's a great feeling to be working at it, to continue to learn and get better, and challenge yourself, push yourself through the hard work that we've been putting in. That's the fun part about this job. And if I didn't still love this part of it, I wouldn't still be here. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what we can do as this season gets started. Whenever Russell comes back, we want to get far better. We don't want to just have Russell come back and we're the same team. We want to do things now that make us a really good basketball team, and then when he comes back, we can be as great as we're capable of being.
Were you impressed with how you guys handled last night's game? I mean, it was a preseason game, but you guys came out and set a tone early on Denver and took control of that game from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think, back to the first question about what we saw out of our young guys and out of our team. That's the biggest thing about preseason and early season and the regular season as a whole, is that it's not about, points, stats. Sometimes you'll win games. We're good enough to win a lot of games no matter what the stats are. But you want to see the game being played a certain way. And I thought last night, like you said, for a preseason game, the mentality, the mindset was there to play the game the right way. We want to be who we are no matter who our opponent is. And that's something we're going to hold ourselves accountable to, being every night the same team. When you watch Oklahoma City play, you want to see intensity, focus, commitment, guys flying all over the court. And we can't just do that in January or June. We have to do that in October, and that's what we're trying to do.
Do you see Kevin continuing to grow as a player?
Continue to find ways to assert himself at the right time. Last night he had it going offensively. He took his shots. But to start that first quarter, he was making some nice passes, kicking out the Tabo for some open jumpers, dropping the ball off to Serge and making plays from that perspective. So, you could see right from the start of training camp day one, that Kevin's mindset is about, making himself continue to get better, but also making sure that our team is excelling at a high level. And, he's being more vocal, holding us all the more accountable, and those are great things to see from him.
Defensive rebound.
Subjects just briefly about Sam Presti. Just in your 2 years here, what have you noticed out of him, and just how much he cares about the community that you guys represent?
Well, Sam doesn't say a lot, so sometimes it's hard to tell, exactly what he's feeling. But no, I think it's very obvious by everything that this team tries to do on and off the court, that there's a belief that we're a part of something bigger than just us. And so this is not just a basketball organization. It's not just about the players. It's about the staff. It's about the media representatives that work with the team, and it's about being a part of this community and a part of this region. And so that's something that Sam takes great pride in. And I think, more than anything else, he holds everyone accountable to thinking in that way, that we're part of something larger than just a game of basketball. And as evidenced by what the team is trying to do and more with rebuilding those courts, but just a sustained commitment to the city and to the people. It's something that starts with Sam.
Last question.
The concept of moving the ball, Coach Brooks has talked about that from day one. Let's talk about it in the middle of January. How are you guys going to be able to sustain that? Is that something that you have to constantly be reminded of, move the ball, or will it become second nature?
Hopefully it becomes second nature. That's the goal, is for it to be something that doesn't require anyone to say it. It becomes who we are and what we do. But that requires practice, that requires repetition. More importantly, it requires failure while trying to do it and not giving up on it. And so that's the growth step for us, is as the season gets started and we're moving the ball more, we're trusting more people with the basketball, that if things don't work out in a quarter or we don't play as well as we'd like to in a particular game, that over the course of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, an entire regular season, that then moving the basketball and trusting people, not relying too heavily on Kevin or Russell or any one or two guys, that's who we are. It's not a basketball team where you can load up on the two best players and everybody else is not effective. We have to make sure we play in a way that all 5 guys on the court can be impactful and be effective, and that'll give us our best chance to win.
Right. Thanks, Fish.
All right.
Derek,
Thanks, guys.
And Derek Fisher is going to be a busy guy, especially while Russell Westbrook continues to mend from that second knee surgery. The Thunder, of course, up the turnpike tomorrow for their game in Tulsa, a sold-out BOK Center. The New Orleans Pelicans come in. It'll be a battle of undefeated teams. The Pelicans 4-0 this preseason. The Thunder 3-0. We'll have complete coverage as we lead up to more Thunder basketball. I'm Randy Renner from The Peak for ThunderGameReport.com. You know, you're really tall.
You ready?
I'm always ready.
Another practice has come to a close. I'm Grant Long, joined now by Randy Renner. Randy, talk about what happened in practice today.
I don't know. I didn't get to see any of it.
You saw some of the free throw shooting.
I thought they were outstanding doing their free throws.
Well, that's one of the areas that Scott Brooks talked about. He wanted more improvement in the free throw shooting area. So you saw that this afternoon. They're getting it done. Also, they talked about the ball movement. Did you see any of that?
I did. I thought that was good too. Very good.
I heard you talk to Derek Fisher. He said some intriguing things. Can you elaborate on some of those things?
I wasn't listening.
As he was as a student, not listening. That's why he got this job. That's why he brings his recorder, because he doesn't have to listen. You getting all that?
Yeah, that'll be something else for the old blooper reel, won't it?